In this video, we will show you how to install the Citra Nintendo 3DS Emulator on Android. As many of you know, Citra by Yuzu is one of the best Nintendo 3DS emulators for Android smartphones. After a legal issue, Citra has returned with a new update called Citra Enhanced. This means our favorite Citra is still alive, and we can once again play Nintendo 3DS games on our phones. This version of Citra includes tweaks and additions, resulting in better performance than the original. Feel free to download this build and test it yourself. Today's video is a step-by-step tutorial covering how to install the Citra Emulator Initial Setup Guide, how to install games on Citra best configurations and settings, how to install GPU driver at the last gaming experience. After watching this video, your Android device will become a Nintendo 3DS console. Please like and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon for future updates. First step is downloading and installing the Citra emulator on your Android phone. Unfortunately, Citra is not available on the Google Play Store, but you can download it from their official website. I've included the link in the description. Once downloaded, install the APK file. The APK will install quickly. After installation, launch the emulator. You'll be greeted with a welcome screen. Just click on Get Started. Then, grant the necessary permissions such as notifications, microphone, and camera access. Next, you'll need to select a folder where the emulator will store its data files. Click on the Select button to open your phone's file manager. Create a new folder, name it something like 3DS Emulator, and allow storage access. Now locate the folder where you've stored your Nintendo 3DS games. Create a folder named Games, select it, and grant access. Our primary setup is complete. Please click on Continue button. Before we are going to add game, let's configure settings. The emulator comes with default configurations, but we'll fine-tune them for optimal performance. Go to the settings by tapping the three dots in the bottom right corner, then navigate to General. I recommend turning off the limit speed option to use maximum resources. Under System, you can set the region, language, and clock settings. While the emulator doesn't offer gamepad customization, that's okay for most games. In the graphics settings, choose your API, OpenGL or Vulkan. Enable asynchronous shader compilation and adjust the internal resolution, up to 4K if your device can handle it. You can also improve graphics quality with texture filters. In the debug section, you can modify additional settings for performance improvements, but be cautious. Tweaking these may cause crashes. If you run into issues, you can always reset the settings to default. If you're using a Snapdragon device, you can install custom GPU drivers for better performance. I've included a link in the description with downloads categorized by chipset. If you don't have a Snapdragon processor, this step isn't available to you. Using the install CIA file, you can install DLC or game patches. Now let's install games on the Citra emulator. You might be wondering where to find them. Be sure to check if your favorite games are compatible with the emulator by visiting Citra's GitLab page, which I've linked in the description. The emulator supports games in .3ds and .cia formats. Please note that I won't be providing direct links to game files, as it violates YouTube's community guidelines. You must play the games that you have legally owned. Make sure to unzip the game files and move them to the Games folder. Once that's done, go back to the main screen, and your games will appear in the library. Just tap to launch any game. On the sidebar, you'll find options such as save states, overlay settings for FPS display, layout editing, and control adjustments. You can switch between portrait, landscape, and hybrid screen layouts, and even enable cheats. The gaming experience on Citra is phenomenal. You might even prefer it over playing on a physical Nintendo 3DS. If you have any questions, feel free to join our Discord server. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Take care.